Another thing, I think one of the another interesting piece at the very tail end of the article I thought was kind of interesting was they talk about this app called Go 365. I'm trying to find it. I'm pretty sure it was called Go 365, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Go 365 health insurance apps. So this was kind of a curveball too, because I know there's another app called Rally that Go 365 I think partners with Aetna. Rally is an application that partners with United Healthcare, and I'm sure a lot of these healthcare providers are providing these apps. And basically, the way the apps work is if you give it permission to access like your movement and your steps and all that kind of stuff, you can earn some points. And basically, based on those points, you can maybe redeem it for, I don't know, like a t-shirt or a mug or like a fitness tracker or something along those lines. But in this Go 365 example, it says, Go 365 health insurance app solicited information from users such as blood glucose levels, sleep cycle, diet, whether they drink or smoke, or wider family medical histories, using gamification logics of points and rewards to develop more profitable personalized insurance profiles. These identified categories of risk that preclude some from certain kinds of insurance or drive up in their premiums. And then a couple other articles as I started digging into Go 365 was the prices can vary by over $1,000 in situations like this, just based on this information that you get. And so kind of we talked about earlier last year about how like cars will have these devices that track you for car insurance quote discounts and stuff like that. Healthcare is trying to get into the same realm here. And it's not really a game, but it's the attempt, like Raji was mentioning, of the gamification of these things in order to capture as much information as humanly possible. And then people ask, I don't care if they track me. Well, when your insurance premium goes up $1,000, then you start caring, and you would have no idea because they'll say that every quote is personalized specifically to you. And how do you compare quotes now, right? It becomes very difficult.
What was that you said? Profitable profiles, right? That's essentially what they're trying to. That's what they're trying to do, where they identify all these patterns and say, okay, this is going to be a risky person to insure. So which means the chances of them going to a hospital is high. So which means they're going to be less profitable for us. So we're going to. There is something in there for them for tracking this information. All of this tracking will result in, end of the day, customer paying the price. Yeah. So them tracking your behavior, your income, your expenses to give you high prices for a certain product in an e-commerce site or maybe in your travel site or indirectly through the profiles and whatnot. So people think, hey, I don't have anything personal to hide. Well, yeah, you may not have anything personal to hide, but the other ways you're being impacted. Yeah. And this is one thing where, next time you may not get the insurance coverage you may want because they may deem you as a risky for a certain condition that based on their correlated data.
Yeah. Well, think about the potential of the gaming companies and the health insurance companies, and let's say like the Uber Eats of the world. So you're sitting around playing a game, so you're getting all that data. The health folks are like, so these folks are just sitting there for 5-6 hours at a time straight. And by the way, they're ordering pizza and eating, drinking Coke at the same time. So all this data becomes connected in a way that, like Raju said, is like, nah, we're gonna pass on your insurance, dude. You sit around 10 hours a day, eating pizza and playing games. You don't do any getting up. Your sugar intake is ridiculous. Your cholesterol is. I'm surprised you're still alive. So no, we're not going to deal with you.
Yeah, you'll get in. Go ahead.
Don't be surprised if you see in-app purchases because you play a game 3 hours straight and in-app purchase to have a pizza delivered to your doorstep, and those are coming. Yeah, I won't be surprised if they're already here.
Yeah, I think I thought of probably the scariest thing, or maybe a genius business idea, is kind of like how you have credit reports for financial history. You would have basically another kind of mysterious company that you don't really opt into, but it has all of your personal health information. And every one of the major health carriers, basically, just like a credit card company will talk to Experian for your credit score, these health insurance companies will talk to this third-party company that aggregates all this data from all different places in order to find out what your health score is. And based on your health score is just like you approved or denied on a credit card, you're either approved or denied or varying levels of coverage for healthcare. I wouldn't be surprised if someone's already thought of this. I hope I did not give
Yeah.
someone a like crazy idea, but this has to be a thing. Like, there's no way that
I
there
would
isn't
be-
some kind of sharing of information.
I won't be surprised if Apple goes down this path. Yeah, it's not a bad company to go down this path. I think I heard they're already going down the path of credit score. It's now in the Apple Card, Apple Pay, and they're going down the part of the financial thing. But on the healthcare, and health seem to be an important area for them between Apple Watch and Apple Health and various aspects. I won't be surprised if they have some kind of a health score, and on top of it, partner with some insurance companies. But then, yeah, sharing information certainly is a key. But if there is one vendor, I would relatively in a better shape to maintain the data, at least for now, is Apple. But once Apple does it, you will see various other companies do it, and who knows how well they take care of the privacy information.